Hi guys, welcome to my channel and my first ever official video. I am Harriet and this is Strong Imperfect Mind. Okay, so here we are, it's February 1st. I know, it's absolutely terrifying. Where has January gone? So I want to get a little bit personal with you today and we're going to be talking about goals. Chances are you, like many of us, set a New Year's resolution or maybe a few New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year. And I want to ask you, how are you getting on with those New Year's resolutions now at the start of February? The chances are that you dived into 2019, like most of us, full of positivity for the new year, all guns blazing, ready to go achieve your goals. But somewhere along the way, life caught up with you. Things got busy and excuses started to creep in. The thing is, this is completely normal. According to statistics that I found on the good old internet, 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February, right? And I think one of the biggest problems and the reasons behind this is all to do with motivation. And this is something that people are always asking me about on the blog and on email, is this idea of struggling to be motivated to go to the gym, feeling like we've got a lack of motivation. It seems to be a really big problem. So today is going to be all about what I do personally, or what I am doing this year, to stay on track and achieve my goals. So let's jump in. Okay, so motivation crops up time and again as being this big reason that people feel that they don't achieve their goals. So at the beginning of this video, I just want to kind of explore a little bit the idea of motivation and what it really means. So according to Wikipedia, motivation is the reason behind people's actions, willingness and goals. So basically, it's the driving force behind why we strive to achieve something. The problem is that we've come to see motivation as this some sort of magical force that if only we could just discover a bag of it tucked down the back of the sofa, that we'd be raring to go and off to the gym at all times of the day. And I think that's a very problematic way of looking at it. So let's scrap the M word and take things back to basics. Essentially, if you have a goal in mind, have a think about why you want to achieve it, not just what the goal itself is. I'll use myself as an example. So at the moment, one of my goals is to get in touch with a fairly well-known magazine here in Barcelona to talk about my classes. So that is the goal. The reason why I want to do that, well, there's three reasons. The first one is to get more people in Spain and in Barcelona to be aware of burlesque, for them to know how great burlesque is and want to come to classes. And of course, the third reason, and this is a fairly compelling one, is to improve my profits and improve my business. So when it comes to doing this really scary task, which for me is getting in touch with this magazine in the first place, I use the why as a driving force. So I think, okay, the benefits, what I'll get as a result of getting in touch with them is potentially much better than not doing that thing because I'm scared to do it. Does that make sense? So have a think about your goals for a second and write down what you want to achieve and exactly why you want to achieve it. And that brings us on to part 2 of the video, in which I'm going to show you the technique that I'm using this year that will hopefully help me achieve my goals, more of my goals, and in a shorter space of time. So I have been reading a book called The 12-Week Year, and I'll leave a link down to the book and the audiobook at the bottom of the video here so that you can check it out, and I would highly recommend it. It's a really interesting read. It basically boils down to making you more efficient at doing the tasks that you really need to do in order to achieve your goal. So it's called The 12-Week Year. Essentially what that means is instead of having a 12 months making up a year, you have 12-week chunks. Because the problem is most of us get to about September, if we've set ourselves a yearly goal, and we think, oh shit, better get a wiggle on. And if we don't get a wiggle on and we don't achieve what we want to achieve, often we'll just think, oh well, there's no time to do that now, I'll leave it until next year, which means we often never achieve the goals that we want to. So the 12-week year gives you more opportunities for that to happen. So you are increasing the amount of pressure that you're putting on yourself in a way, but overall, over the year, you get more chances to mess up. So if you don't quite achieve what you want to achieve in this 12-week goal, you can have a little review and then maybe look at the next 12-week gap. So choose a goal that you want to achieve in the next 12 weeks and think about the tasks or actions that you need to take consistently in order to achieve that goal. So here's an example. Imagine you want to lose 10 pounds over the next 12 weeks. Have a think about the number of calories that you need to consume in order to reach your target weight. So that might be 500 calories fewer a day, for example. And maybe you want to go to the gym 3 times a week. So those are your actions. Eating, say, 1,500 calories a day and going to the gym 3 times a week. They need to be trackable, these actions. Over the course of the week, you'll attempt to tick off those actions. And what you need to do is have a time period to review your week, either at the beginning of the next week or the end of the first week, to make sure that you are on track. And if you're not on track, to kind of find out why, what you need to tweak for the following week. The idea basically is that if you consistently do these actions, there is nothing to stop you reaching this end goal. It's not about taking huge leaps and massive action, guys. This is about little consistent steps that eventually get you where you want to go. A friend of mine was talking to me yesterday and she mentioned a metaphor which I really liked, which is if you imagine a mountain and if you take 1 grain of sand away every single day, although it might still look like a mountain, it is smaller, and eventually, if you take enough grains of sand away, the mountain won't be there anymore. And you've got to have that idea in mind when you're thinking about achieving your goals. And have your compelling vision and your why behind exactly what it is, what you will gain if you achieve that goal. All right, I hope that helped. Thank you for watching, guys. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading weekly content from videos a bit like this one to one-song workouts and lots more, so keep an eye out for that. And if you are interested in learning a little bit more about goals and achieving goals, head over to my website. It's strongandperfectmind.com/achieve-your-goals. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.